They got it all blocked out. They got it all blocked out. They got it all blocked out. The boys to the exit. The bitches to the exit. Every motherfucking exit. You
Welcome to the Dumbfounded D podcast. 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 I didn't forget to. Welcome to the Dumbfounded Dipshits podcast. I am Mike. That is Ryan. We are your dipshits of this evening.
What up, dipshits?
I thought for a second I forgot to click us into the video before the intro ended, but apparently I didn't.
We are here.
We are here, and before the show started, we were talking about some of our favorite grunge bands. Definitely, like I was arguing with my mother about this too, because I said, "Do you like the fuck's the name of the band?" Shit, I don't remember. And she's like, "Well, they weren't really grunge. They were kind of like just like rock." And I'm like, "What's the difference?" If you go to all these grunge bands, guess what they're listed as? Grunge, rock, and something else, alternative.
But I feel like something weird happened in like the 90s where a lot of bands were getting labeled as one thing when they
really
sort of
weren't.
Clearly weren't. Yeah, and it was just, I think it's sort of like the trending word. So back then you would say alternative was the trending word in like 92 to like 96, and anything that had that label on it was guaranteed to like sell at least at the beginning until people realized it sucked. That's why there was like a slew of one-hit wonders after like 95.
I didn't realize
it was like a one-hit wonder.
Bush was considered a grunge band.
Yeah, but they're not.
Like early Bush.
They're not traditional.
Not later albums, probably not.
They're more of an alternative rock band.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I would say.
You could only say grunge, and not only Seattle. Grunge would have to be a specific kind of band that came out of this specific time, and not necessarily from Seattle, but usually the northwest of the United States, or they could be from Los Angeles. Like, for example, Tool came out around the same time all these grunge bands came out. Tool is not a grunge band, but Tool played with all those grunge bands. It wouldn't be uncommon for you to see Tool, right, Rage Against the Machine, and Soundgarden at the same show. Only one of those bands is a grunge band. You know what I mean? And even still, like, Soundgarden was sort of heavy metal at the beginning. So was Alice in Chains. They had like heavy songs, you know? So I don't know. Grunge is just like what the style was. I think you could call it that. Like, cause
Hiddleston wants to know if you were always bald.
Well, I was born bald.
No, well, yes.
I had hair for a while, and then at the all right. Let me give you the story.
Hold on. I think the question is because you're always wearing a hat on the show.
Yeah.
That they didn't realize that without the hat you were actually bald. So
yes, I am in fact bald, and I think maybe it wasn't Hiddleston who said that, but somebody had commented because I did an episode with no hat on, and I figure welcome back. Was it Bellevue? I hear Bellevue's nice this time of year, nice and warm. So what happened with me was I've been bald since 2002. And that's because of a New Year's resolution. I used to have long, flowing locks, and at the time, I think I may have had like an undershave because that was the style of the era, I guess. And then, so New Year's Day, 2002, you know, like coming right out of 9/11, feeling, you know, like froggy. I just shaved my head. I told my sister to come over. She buzzed me. I didn't look into a mirror. I didn't know what I looked like with no fucking hair. I went into the shower. I went through like 20 Bic razors, bicked my head naked, and then went and looked at it in the mirror, completely not knowing if I had like some lumpy ass fucking head or if I had like, you know, like sausage pack head. You know how like people have like fucking fat folds on their head and shit?
Yep.
I used to be a really fat guy. So I didn't know if I had fat folds on my fucking head. I didn't know. So I just went in, dove in, and I just stuck with it. Flash forward about 5 years later, somebody had mentioned to me that would be like, oh, it would be interesting to see you with hair because I let some of it grow back because I pretty much straight bick it since 2002. I let some of it grow back. And by the time I got to a certain point, about a week later, I noticed that not all of it was fucking growing back. And I know this sounds like I ripped it off from Seinfeld with the swimmer episode, but I didn't know I was going bald until like 5-6 years after I started shaving my head. I had no idea. So for 6 years, I was in the dark that I was actually going bald. And then I said, well, I'm already fucking here. You know what I mean? So I might as well just stay it. Never thought about gluing a toupee to my head, though.
So right into the first discussion of the day. Let's see if I could get. No, that's not.
Today in shitty news.
So, well, it's not really shitty news. This is
Oh, not shitty. No, this isn't shitty news. This is sort of fucking. Oh, this is a different angle. The last one that I saw had like really bad.
I'm gonna try not to say the F word. Not and fuck isn't the word, so we're gonna try to be better.
Is he talking about faggot?
Yeah, I think so. He tends to use that word a lot.
What's funny is I want to say something before we even go into this. Well, everyone's getting offended. Not everyone, but people that don't understand are getting offended and losing their shit. He is the embodiment of MMA. It's not a gentleman's sport.
No, it's a savage's sport.
Okay? Not every MMA fighter is like a genius like Rory McDonald was. By the way, Rory McDonald was very smart. George St. Pierre is very smart.
Dominic Cruz, very smart. You got very smart fighters, but not every fight. There's a term punch drunk, and that comes from fighting. That so
I don't even think he's punch drunk. I think he's just
no. He's just a roughneck.
He's blunt. He's extremely blunt.
Yes.
And he says what's on his mind.
He's an honest roughneck, I guess you could call him.
And the background picture, everyone, is him. Apparently, they weren't breaking into his car, as the story originally said. They were hiding from the police or something.
You mean in the thumbnail, the picture from the thumbnail?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's also a background.
Yes, I see it, yeah.
I think I mean someone by channel here to enjoy their channel on my account. No, I don't want to enjoy it. Anyway.
Enjoy a what?
So let me fuck this one up. So maybe if you guys can hit the bleep button every time it slips out.
So, babe.
Yeah, we'll get there. Some new faces here, man. I like this.
So they let you into Canada.
Oh, this fucking guy, yeah.
So they let you into Canada. Oh, this fucking guy.
Can I just say this? Because I didn't watch this whole interview. I just watched like the
clips,
the good parts. But I'm definitely I've been meaning to watch this whole thing, and we're going to get through this. But just to preface before we get into this, is UFC's happening in Canada this weekend, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so we got this epic fucking UFC happening in Canada this weekend, and Sean Strickland, who is, I guess, like you said, he's the embodiment of MMA, but he is also has his own personality within MMA.
Yes, and
as you said, he's blunt, so he has political opinions and yada yada yada.
He's extremely blunt.
He has choice words for the Canadian government, I guess. So
he severely dislikes the fact that they locked down their citizens, froze people's bank accounts, and basically became a Nazi regime.
Yeah, so let's just, for anybody else who's watching this, just you've been warned. He's going to offend somebody who loves Canada.
If I had to imagine what George Washington would look like today, and be like today, it's probably like this guy.
Oh, you mean it wouldn't be Donald Trump?
George Washington? George Washington's like Thomas Jefferson.
No, actually, George Washington was a fucking. I mean, for his time, he was like bigger than everybody else. He was probably a very I guess intimidating presence to be around, being that everybody else was like 5'5". You know what I mean?
We really don't honestly know. Don't listen to us. We're dipshits. But I'm just saying, that this is. I guess I am saying this is modern days George Washington, except he's an MMA fighter and talks a bunch of shit.
Yeah, man, fucking here. It was actually really easy to get in here. Really easy. Yeah, fucking A.
I wanted to ask you about your relationship with Dricus, because if we look at the timeline, he said some stuff at the press conference. You tried to bite him. You DM'd him and said, "I'm going to stab you." And then
No, I didn't DM him and say I'm going to stab him. I didn't DM him and say I'm going to stab him. I DM'd him and said, Dricus, where the fuck his name is. I like you. You're a fucking stand-up guy. You fight hard, You fucking, you might be occupying a country, but, that's neither here nor there. They're slowly taking that one back. Sorry, South Africans. But Should I talk about this? Getting along the woods. No, I just
He doesn't give a fuck, does he? He's, oh yeah, huh, you're proud of occupying a country. He's talking about the fighter he's talking about is a white South African. So
South
he's
African, yeah.
South African.
simply said, man, that like, that's a line that you probably, I prefer that we didn't go there. And you guys, I shit on everybody. I mean, I make fun of your gay little pirate earring.
Dude, he's the man.
Dude, he's like if a schoolyard bully just got bigger, because I'm pretty sure somebody I've heard somebody say that to somebody in a schoolyard. I'm pretty sure I was on a basketball court in junior high school, and somebody said something to comment to somebody's gay little earring. I'm pretty sure I've heard that. haven't heard it in 30 years though, but I've heard it.
Hey, that's different. Is that more on the
It says on the cusp.
the cusp? Yeah. So I can make fun of your gay little pirate ear, but so I go hard, man. I made fun of fucking Sean O'Malley's wife, getting fucked by his buddy. I made fun of fucking the cucky and Gary.
Ooh. Is that gonna happen? I mean, they're not in the same weight class. I thought
No. That guy will get annihilated. But what's funny is I didn't realize who that was, and I was like, Lou, what do you mean? He goes, you should look it up. It's crazy shit. I'm like,
it's like somebody's wife.
And then he sends me the details. Like, oh yeah, I read about that. It's basically the girl. That sounds mean, but she's
older than him.
And she's 40. He's 20 or 22 or something, and she's 40.
He's a young guy, yeah.
But she's basically being passed around that gym.
Yeah, she likes to get trained on by MMA fighters.
Well,
which sounds like, I mean, pretty much like it sounds like that would be somebody's fantasy. You know what I mean? And she's living her life. She married that guy, Ian Gary.
Yeah, but then she had the other guy's baby, and then she's with Ian Gary, but the baby
MMA turned into fucking General Hospital.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna talk about it anymore. Let's move on.
And like, but the difference is, and I was just telling DC this, like, dude, you went on a podcast and you joked about calling a homie to fuck your wife. Like, I didn't go like, I didn't go make fun of anything that you didn't joke about. Like, you made fun of.
He's right. This is literally what you said, and I'm just repeating out loud what you said, and it's funny.
Like, you
listen. For example, if I right now, after having told you the story about me and my baldness, if Hiddleston decide to tell a joke after a story that I shared, I mean, within the confines of the dipshits, all is fair game. You're the one who told that story. Like, he's the one who was joking about. I don't know if it was Logan Paul's podcast or was it fucking Andrew Schultz. You know what I mean? It was one of their podcasts where I think Sean O'Malley made that joke about calling his homeboy to bang his wife. Because I think their agreement is that Sean O'Malley's allowed to fuck whoever he wants. So he said he figured he'd throw his wife one after she recovered from pregnancy, I think. So, and that was the joke. So he left it out there. It's low-hanging fruit for a guy like Sean Strickland. He's going to swing at that. You can't leave. You can't do that, especially with the shit talker. He's going to.
So apparently the 13-year-old currently watching us is a female wrestler at somewhere, and she went against boys, and she has 3 medals from beating boys.
Is that identifying as a female, or is that as an actual mechanical female?
No, female. Mechanical.
Good for you. Good for you. That's like a Gabby Garcia. Like Gabby Garcia.
No, that's not a Gabby Garcia. Okay. By the way, I don't think I could beat her in a grappling match. She's severely larger than me. But I think in a fist fight, I'll beat the balls off of her.
Dude, you really have to think about that, dude. In a fist fight, she's like a foot taller than you. Even her throwing like Sapp haymakers, like that.
Oh no!
Bob Sapp haymakers. You know, like Bob Sapp just throws haymakers, but he makes it happen. And
I'm taking it back because I didn't realize she's 6'2".
Mm-hmm.
Jesus. And she's on steroids. Yeah, no, she's gonna crush me,
dude. She's on all that shit that they let you do in Japan. That she doesn't want to leave Japan. She will forever do all of those like circus fights in Japan just so that she can continue doing steroids because she cannot stop. I don't think she could stop.
This isn't traumatic for you. You just said, hey, man, I wanted my buddy to fuck my wife. I wanted to throw her some D. And again, I'm not even hating on that. Or like the Cucky and Gary. I didn't go out and say, hey, I'm Googled. I made up the definition of wag. You're a wag. You went out there and you put your wife front and fucking center. You put her front and fucking center. You made her design a shirt. You made her fucking hold the baby while you wear it, laugh it. You put her front and center. You are a fucking cuck, So it's like I go hard on everybody. Sometimes some shit gets on me. I'm fully aware of that, but it is what it is, man.
So do you think this this new sort of angle people are using against you is, he can give it, he can't take it? Do you think that's fair, or do you think it's inaccurate?
Here's the thing, guys. I don't need to be fucking right. Fuck the people. If one day I wake up and like the Cucky and Gary, everybody hates me, you think I give a fuck? You think I give a fuck if I walk down the street and someone says, oh yeah, there's Sean Strickland, fuck him. I don't care. Enjoy, motherfucker. You better just do it far enough away because I'll hit you. I'm not fucking Colby Covington.
I'm not Colby Covington.
Bro, I'm not like I'm not Chris Curtis. I'm not gonna delete my fucking Twitter. Like, enjoy, man. You want to go call me a fucking, whatever you want, enjoy.
I like that when he was like, yeah, Colby Covington's a bitch. He goes, what do you mean? Well, first off, if someone comes up to you and punches you and you just sue them, you're a fighter. You're a trained fighter.
Yeah. That's Masvidal when he broke his tooth, right? Didn't he break his teeth or something like that in Miami?
Yeah.
Have at it. Just do it online.
When we look at Dricus as a fighter, right, he's been described as awkward as a view sometimes, but he's clearly a strong physical guy in there. When you look at him and you look at it from a fighting perspective, where is he going to cause you the most problems?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a harder fight than Izzy. Fucking Titty Izzy. It's going to be like the thing about
Titty Izzy. You heard that, Titty Izzy?
Dude, he just likes to fight. It's like, is he the best? Nah, probably not. But he goes in there and he just fucking fights to win. That's a hard fight, man. I've trained with a lot of guys I'm way better than, and they just mentally want to be there and they makes it a tough fucking fight. But I'm better than him. I'm better grappler. I'm better fucking jiu-jitsu. I mean, your accolades are, what is his accolades? He fucking beat a dead horse, Derek Brunson. I mean, it's even in the UFC. Yeah, I mean, they fucking cut him after that. That performance was so fucking terrible. Like, Derek Brunson fucking, I think he might have died on the fucking stool, dude. Like, we need to bring back TRT, man. Thank God USADA's fucking gone. We can bring back Derek Brunson. But, I mean, come on now. And then you go fight Whitaker, and Whitaker was a great fight, but it's like, I mean, was that the Whitaker we've ever seen? Whitaker fucking quit, you know?
Yeah.
Whitaker is a little bit, he gasses, and I feel like he quits a lot too.
I think he's past his prime. I think I hate saying that because his prime was when he when he beat Derek Brunson.
That's going back a while too, dude. I remember I was still living in New York and we had watched the fight together when we watched fucking him gas.
I put money on him against Derek Brunson because of Lou, and I was panicking halfway through the fight because I'm like, dude, his chin's out there, dude. Oh, he got tagged, dude. Lou's like, just wait, he's gonna win. Or some pop, and Derek Brunson went down.
Or maybe he's just that fucking good, but I just think he fought two dead horses. Put him out to pasture.
Last one for me. You kind of made it clear that you're happy with the money, but you're not necessarily like, oh, I'm the champion of the world, and you take value in that. What do you want your title reign to look like, right? You can fight the next guy, or you have people like Ian Gary saying he's going to come up and fight you, or Colby wants to fight you. So would you try and pick these money fights, or do you want
Colby can't fight him?
Known as the champion who fought everyone.
Dude, I don't give a fuck about this belt. Like, this is the fucking Matrix, man. You guys understand? Like, I like you guys. You guys are all good fucking people, but what? I lose this fight, I go back to the fucking Apex, and we do our little song and dance for a couple more years, and I vanish. Like, this is all fucking bullshit. I love the UFC. They give me lots of money. I'm happy, but this is fucking. We all know what I am. We all know what we are. Dricus might wear a suit, and he might say that I'm the champion, I'm soft, but you are a fucking whore. You take your fucking clothes off. Somebody says, I'm going to give you this much money to try to kill a man. And I don't know. How do I forget that? Do I just make believe? Do I just pretend I'm fucking like a LeBron?
He keeps
We
it
are,
real.
we are all prostitutes, though. No, we are anybody who pays you by the hour or even by the piece, right? Or by the day. If they're paying you like that, you are a fucking prostitute. And that's okay. Because I'm a fucking whore. You're a whore. All you people out there are whores. Unless you're at the top of the echelon, unless you are Dana White, you are whoring for somebody else.
Yo, how's the weather?
Well, it's actually pretty nice down here. It's actually, right now, it is, I think, 66 degrees outside.
Yeah, it was 17 today. Go fuck yourself. Also, crazy story. If you looked up the temperature for Austin, it was 15 degrees in Austin, Texas. And I'm like,
Yeah.
Texas?
Yes, and you know what it was in July in Austin, Texas? It was 112, dude.
Oh, fuck out of here.
Yeah, they have the biggest swing of temperature. Like North Texas, North Central Texas has like the biggest swing in temperature. I mean, right now, Florida, where we are in Florida, it's really a bubble, right? Because it's only South Florida gets this temperature. Once you go, if I drive 2 hours north, it's 40 degrees.
Yeah, my dad's place was 40. Tampa was 48 today.
Exactly. And if I go an hour north of that, it was 25 degrees in Florida. And across at least a third of the state was under 30 degrees today. So that means all these alligators are frozen in the ponds with their noses out of the. You ever see that?
Yes, it's a perfect time to kill them all. I don't know why you guys aren't killing them all.
No. You need the alligators down
you
here.
don't. There's too many.
You do.
Kill them all.
There's not too many, actually. There's not enough because what we're doing right now is we're actually killing the pythons, which are the problem.
Kill them all. Them too. Just look. If it eats people, kill it.
Alligators don't really eat people.
Do I have to show you the video of Florida with the alligator holding someone in its mouth?
Correction, they have eaten people. But I'm just going to say, do you not know people who have eaten a bug? Do you know somebody who's eaten a cricket? Or, you know what I mean? Or like chocolate covered ants or something. Do you know of somebody who's done that?
Yes.
Or
what does that have to do with an alligator?
All right. Now, do you know anybody who eats bugs all the time? No, you know a guy who ate ants once. So I'm pretty sure alligators and their homies are like, yeah, I know a motherfucker who ate a human once. But I'm usually eating deer and fucking these iguanas that keep falling into the pond.
So what you're saying is, even though statistically in Florida, alligators would be responsible for maybe 20% of the animal attacks, roughly, just say. Well, actually, let's look up the percentage.
No, it's got to be dogs have to be more. I know somebody got attacked by a black bear in Florida not too long ago. I get one of those Florida man pages I follow, showed like a black bear fucking attacking somebody on their deck. But not like mauling, like sort of just like territorial, swiped at the dude and then ran away.
Huh.
I don't think alligators are up there, dude. Speaking of which, and the weather down here, there was a crocodile in Fort Lauderdale, which is one of the cities close to me, just chilling on a dock. A crocodile, not an alligator, because we got them down here too. Mm-hmm. We got crocodiles that are native to Florida, and then there are not native crocodilian species.
Nile crocodiles.
Yeah, that's somebody who's like, some fucking cartel dude who was using it to get rid of evidence definitely dumped their crocodiles in the fucking glades, and they think there's a breeding population that could possibly have had bred already. So there might be, and those things are fucking big, dude. Those are huge. Like, they're not like alligators are like, yeah. Do you know what's the average size of an alligator? Let's just say, I'm going to guess it's 8 feet, 8 to 10 feet. The average size of a Nile crocodile is like 18 to 20 feet. It's like double the size of an alligator. Average size.
8.2 feet.
Yeah. That's
for
about
a
the percent.
female. for
Alligator.
a male is 11.2. Let's see.
Okay, so I'm saying the average of an alligator is between 8 and 10 feet, right? So the average of a Nile crocodile, not an American crocodile, a Nile
13.1 feet for females
and males,
14.7 for males,
they get bigger than that.
and they weigh over 900 pounds.
They got to get bigger than that.
Specimens measuring 5 meters, 16 point.
That's 30 feet.
4 feet.
5,
16.4 feet in length have been found in the wild.
yeah, but 5 meters is 30 feet. A meter is about 3 feet. Oh no, 15 feet. 5 meters. Oh, my bad.
16.6.4.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Then what is the largest crocodile in the world? Then I thought the Nile crocodile was the biggest. Oh no, the saltwater. I'm my bad. The Australian saltwater crocodiles are the biggest. Those are the ones that get to be 20 feet long.
The largest official measurement for a saltwater crocodile is 20 feet.
Yeah, that's Australia.
2,300 pounds.
Yeah, that's
Weighs
Australia.
like the same as my car.
They're huge, dude. They're fucking huge. Those are the big ones. Not the Nile crocodiles, the Australian salties.
James flying around in a private jet? No, motherfucker. No, that ain't gonna happen. What you think if I you think I can retire now? You think I got enough money to retire now? I'm a fucking champion of the world. You think I have enough money to retire now? Fuck no, I'm gonna be working my ass a job if I were to leave. Champion of the world means jack shit. So as far as a belt goes, fucking favorite quote. They'll fight for 10 a ribbon, giving 10 a ribbon. We're just a bunch of fucking assholes trying to get a check.
Sean, Neil Date. You go ahead, Ben.
In Australia, before you're on the fight, you kind of ran into some fans and kind of, you joked around.
Oh, yeah.
Did you have any run-ins with fans here?
Nah, man. I mean, it's so fucking cold here, you guys. I mean, how do you? There's a homeless tent outside. How the fuck are you homeless here? I almost want to ask. Like, I want to get to know the homeless. Like, how do you live in this fucking cold? But nah, man, we're Canadians. I think they're bigger pussies in Canada. I mean, come on now, you guys. Like, fucking, they gave us hockey and they're not even good at it. Like, come on, dude. It's like, I like the you got some jewelry, man. Looks good, dude. Yeah.
Damon Martin did an interview with a bunch of your former training partners.
They gave us hockey and they ain't even good at it. Is it Wayne Gretzky?
Welcome back. What's up? I haven't seen you in a fucking minute. Holy shit. Wayne Gretzky, I think he's Canadian, yes, but he was also a player 30 years ago.
All of them you with a bunch of
jewelry, man. Looks good, dude. Yeah.
Damon Martin did an interview with a bunch of your former training partners and current training partners and coaches this week, and all of them had kind of glowing reviews of just training with you. Like Sam Alvey saying you're one of his favorite training partners. Brad Tavares said, just spoke glowingly of
Man, if Smiling Sam gets along with him, he's got to be a cool guy behind the scenes.
The thing is, I've seen videos and people talk like just because he's outspoken about how he feels doesn't mean like he's a piece of shit.
Not gonna lie, dude, I'm definitely addicted a little bit, and I feel unhealthily addicted to him and Nina Marie. All of those like video clips that they have on the internet. I think some of them are pretty fucking hilarious. I think that it would be like they should do like a cop buddy comedy.
A cop buddy comedy.
You know what I mean?
Fans, because the people that you train with every day only have positive things to say about you.
Here's the thing, dude. This is like the fucking Trump style media. I've never met a fan that doesn't like me. Generally, I meet I'm and we have great interactions and we ask for photos, but it's like you fucking cucks, No offense, you guys. I'm sure none of you guys are. And I'm sure not a lot of you guys.
He's basically saying, "Fuck you guys. You guys are the problem."
No.
You're fucking cucks. There's some cucks out there, but you go and like you do these fucking headlines that Sean made fun of this, Sean made fun of that. Like you guys are like, but that's how you get your views, you guys. You don't get your views reporting on good shit. You guys are the fucking, as they would say, drain the swamp.
Wow.
Like you guys are, but that's how you get your clickbait. You just can't be like, hey, Sean had a good day. He met so-and-so. You got to be like, hey, Sean said something racist. He made fun of his co-main event. Like that's how you guys get your views, man. So just fucking, your world is not the real world. You know what I'm saying?
He is. Give this man more airtime. Let him talk more.
Yeah, I don't know if you've noticed it, but he's been getting a lot. A lot. And I feel like, and this could be, maybe, I could be wrong about this. Besides Conor McGregor, right? I feel Dana has given Sean Strickland more mic time just in, like, I understand, like, the short period of time that Conor got all of that fucking heat back in, like, 2014, 2015, 2016. You know what I mean? Like, Dana really let him go ham on the mic, and probably Sean Strickland, if not, is just behind him, is definitely, like, going past, like, the mic exposure that Conor McGregor had. As of lately, in 2023, Sean Strickland, we knew about Sean Strickland before 2023, right? Nobody knew about Sean Strickland before 2023. Our friend Lou is like, our friend Lou, this guy said one outrageous thing 3 years ago. And our friend Lou is like, you got to see this fucking wild boy. Yeah. And he sent me a clip in it was, I think it was like 21, around 21 or something like that. It might have been late 21, early 22. Damn, that was short-lived, but peace out. So, you know, like, he's been around for a little while, but now, this year, specifically this year, he's got, like I said, him and Nina Marie doing the interviews, and then, like, their videos that they do with each other, they're funny. I watch them. As corny as sometimes they are, I think they're funny. You know what I mean? And he's been getting every pay-per-view that has come up in the last 6 months, he's gotten mic time. Regardless if he was fighting Izzy or not. He wasn't fighting anybody the last pay-per-view. They were giving him mic time to talk about this fight. You know what I mean?
Sean right here. Just to follow up on that, to your right.
Oh, right, man.
Last time we saw you.
That's quite the beard, man. That is quite the beard.
It is. It migrated from my head again.
Yeah, that's good, dude.
Last time we saw you in Canada was in Moncton in 2018. And the Sean Strickland of 2018 was a very different person. The answers to the press were yes sir, no sir. And at some point you kind of, well, actually, I want you to tell us, did you find yourself? Did you become more comfortable? Was there realization that I got to start saying more to get the attention?
You know, man, a lot of it was like where I came from. So I came from being a white trash, shaved head, kicked out for a fucking hate crime. I came from being like such a piece of shit. So it's like, whenever I got in front of a camera, you look at your peers, you look at the guys at the time who were the champs, you know, and they carried themselves so well and they wore fucking suits where you're like, man, I want to have money. I want to distance myself from who I was. So I really tried to fit that fucking image, and I fucking hated it, man. Every time I wore a fucking suit, I felt like a cunt. Like, I just felt like, you know, I felt like I didn't belong. I didn't feel like I didn't fit. And I fucking tried. I thought I'd make more money that way, but it fucking apparently not. And then after my motorcycle accident, I'm still missing shit in my leg. They pretty much, you know, I was just going to come back. I had like 2 more fights left on my contract. I was going to come back and check and just fucking go be a welder or some shit. But it just fucking worked out, man. Honestly, it's way more freeing not to have to like try to fit the mold of a fucking superstar. You know, it's like, it's way fucking better. Way fucking better.
In terms of Dreykus, we've heard a lot about him getting his nose fixed. Now his cardio is better. We didn't get to see a full 3 rounds with Rob, but what's your thoughts on his cardio? Can he?
Yo, pause it for a second. I got a question. I got a question for you, right? As somebody who is you know, like trained in MMA and stuff like that, right? And breathing is huge. With any sport, breathing is huge, right? Any aerobic activity, breathing is huge, right? Getting the oxygen in the body, all that stuff. And you get these people, right, who have had like the septum surgery or whatever, right? And you get people who are legit, like apnea. They got fucked up issues. They can't breathe. It's hard for them. And they go and they have to get this done. It corrects their breathing, and then they can finally take a breath through their nose and all that stuff properly, right? You get these athletes, didn't look like they had a problem with their nose. They spoke normally, right? Never said it that they ever had any problem about having a deviated septum. And then out of nowhere, they're like, oh, I'm having nose surgery, right? They're not getting a nose job. Their nose looks the same, right? They come back. They said they had nose surgery, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And it helps them breathe better. And they might perform better. Is that like a hack? Is that like I could just like fucking take a piece of bone out of the middle of my nose and I could breathe more?
Basically, in sparring and training, you get hit in the nose all the fucking time.
A lot, yeah.
So the more you get hit in the nose, the more that space you have to breathe nice and
It swells in. I know.
it,
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean it's not a hack. They're not going to do it for no reason.
Right.
Unless even if it's not bad and it's affecting
Yeah.
you're gonna do it. But I'm just saying.
But I thought you couldn't do that unless you had a deviated septum. And
Yeah,
is
but I'm
that like
saying
the
they
reason? The
probably
reason
all
is
do-
that like the
okay.
fake reason that they're
Almost
using
everyone I've trained with had a deviated septum
from a broken nose, probably.
or just getting punched in the nose. I have to break.
Right.
The guy I worked with, Jordan. Well, not worked with. Excuse me. One of my original training partners and trainers, Jordan. He had a deviated septum, and I said, "Why don't you get that taken care of?" He goes, "Bro, it's a nose job. I'm not going to get a fucking nose job. I'm not a bitch." Cut to like 5 years later, he gets it done because he's having issues breathing. So some guys don't even want to do it.
Like the tissue keeps building up.
It gets bad. It calcifies.
Calcifies. Yeah. That's like with the cauliflower. That's
Yeah.
that shit turns hard. That shit turns mad hard.
I watched the guys drain their ears with syringes at the end of class.
I watched somebody do that into a dish.
Like I was like, I'm gonna buy those earmuff shit so I don't have that happen to me. And they're like, yeah, but who cares? It makes you look tough. I'm like,
what, like the wrestling guard?
Yeah.
Like
yeah. And they're like, oh, who cares? The ears, the cauliflower ear will make you look tough. Yeah, I'll look tough, but I won't hear what the fuck you're saying.
I'm just gonna say this, dude. I used to take the train every day at the same fucking time, and there was this one guy, right? He looked like he was building maintenance. He had like maintenance clothes on, you know, and he had cauliflower ear, and motherfucker would get a seat every morning.
Wow.
Yeah. Just because, like, there's a thing, you see it, and you're like, this guy had like severe case on one side. So you know what I mean? Like he had one that was sort of crinkled,
Do you know
and then
why?
he had one because he's pulling out from that side, and he's constantly pulling
he's shooting into the takedown on that side.
On that
So
side,
the side of his face or head is smashing into the person's chest.
But
Double leg.
It's not so much the impact, isn't it? Also the pull. Like if you're like getting,
all of it. The impact, the pull. Sometimes you end up headbutting someone's ear by accident, or
I've seen somebody
headbutts your ear.
I've seen somebody headbutt to the side of the head by accident, like just by accident, and you watched it.
In boxing or MMA, it's
Inflate.
getting elbowed in the ear, getting kneed in
No,
the
this
ear.
was in a boxing match, just inflated.
Oh
like
yeah.
At the moment, like you ever see that dude who had the hematoma on his eye, and you just literally watched it in the corner. And there was a UFC fight we were watching.
There was a UFC fight where the guy targeted the dude's swollen ear, and it popped.
And it popped. The fight. That's another time that happened. But there was with two boxers, and the guy's cauliflower ear just like it broke open, and not broke open, like it was like like they were like clenched up in the clench, and ref separated them. The guy came away, and you literally saw it what looked like about a pinky swollen size thing, like in a second.
You're laggy. I tried to fix it. It didn't work. Oh, there we go. You caught up.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's fucking get his nose fucking fit. I didn't know his nose was broken, but fucking apparently. Fuck, dude. Yeah, man. Like, we'll find out. Always, that's my mindset, and I never really game plan. It's just going in there and fucking do work. So here we are.
Last one for me. UFC 300 is right around the corner. If they came to you after this and said, "Hey, Sean, can you make that turnaround?"
No, that's
Izzy
not
wants
right.
to run it back. Is that something you would do?
Yeah, fuck, man.
All right, let's go to funny videos. I'm sorry. One second. But I wanted to say the fireman carry is my favorite ever, but it has a lot of risk to get you pinned. I trained jiu-jitsu, and it was a wrestling heavy MMA school, but so even in jiu-jitsu you're learning wrestling moves. And I learned a lot of catch wrestling submissions, which are basically headlocks, arm locks, and wrist locks from side control or other like similar positions. But the fireman's carry in a submission match is like the worst takedown.
It's a lot of energy to get them up and over your shoulder to flip them back over to the other side.
But in a wrestling match, or if done
right,
correctly,
that's the fireman's carry, is that like when you have them arched over your back and you flip them.
Sort of. You're I'll find a video, but
isn't it like if like let's just say your like knees are, I don't want to do it, but your knees are on the ground, Their knees are on the ground. They're to your side, and then you have one
There's
arm,
of course much like many of the submission,
and then you
takedowns,
come
there's
over
different
like this and you flip
variations.
them.
But here's a quick one. Can you see it?
Yes.
Let me make it full screen.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yep.
Yep.
Right into side control. See what happens is in jiu-jitsu, what I'm gonna do
inside control on his with my left tap his head, duck my head under
once he
here.
gets in that position right there, I'm breaking free from this little stupid grip, wrapping his head up and putting him in a side guillotine or a Darce choke. That's why it doesn't really work in jiu-jitsu. But in wrestling, it's fucking awesome.
I keep this arm in real tight.
Yeah, see, if you don't have that good grip on that hand,
You
I'm
can't,
gonna
yeah,
be
you,
able to. I'm
you
gonna
could get your
wrap
arm
that-
around it. Yeah, his neck, and then you literally could choke him out like that.
Yep.
I'm shooting at my shot. Coming down to both knees, and I'm going to attack right around his calf. The most important part of this move is using your head to keep this arm in place.
If you are looking up, it puts enough pressure to make it hard to wrap his head up.
Do you know what this does with wrestling as to your physique? Obviously, the method that you're talking about with the jiu-jitsu is more effective in like getting out of a situation in real life.
Yes.
But within the confines and the rules of wrestling, these moves will physically condition you and make you way stronger in the long run.
Well, I was gonna say some of the best MMA fighters started in wrestling, or mastered wrestling. George St. Pierre did not start as a wrestler,
No,
but he mastered that shit.
He was like Taekwondo guy, right? With George St. Pierre.
Yeah. But see, that's why I really enjoyed. Like people are like, oh, do you wrestle? I'm like, no, but I can wrestle. They're like, what do you mean? The MMA school I was at was American Top Team in Whitestone, and American Top Team was a very wrestling heavy gym. And like we were doing all the same drills they still do, like the jogging sprawls, sit outs and twist over to a sprawl, all these fucking annoying things that basically stay with you. Like if I had a shooting for a takedown now and I haven't shot a takedown in probably 10 years, I know how to do it.
Stay with you and make you a killer forever. It will teach you to kill. Till you're old, you will remember.
So apparently the army is getting
They'll just be
woke.
allowed to replace camo with their identity card or pink uniforms.
100%. That's actually what we're campaigning for.
Is camo not just to blend in with the environment and keep them hidden?
Ooh, another bigot. Step out of the 1970s with your views just for 1 minute. If someone wants to wear an identity flying flag or a pink uniform, let them. End of discussion.
Fair enough. They might stick out a bit, might make them an easy target.
But hopefully that person looking down the scope will think, look at that individual, make his own decisions and think, how brave. Why would I kill someone like that? Put his gun down and think, what are we even fighting for?
It could potentially end all conflicts.
So powerful, actually, just got goosebumps.
Or they could just get shot in the face.
Yo, listen, to be quite honest with you, man, let's put it this way, right? You got the squad rolling in, right? 3 of those dudes on that squad are gay. The other 3 dudes are not, right? But your squad, nobody gives a fuck that whatever, you know what I mean? And they're going down into this taking fucking, you know, like territory and all sorts of shit, fucking, and they're in a firefight, right?
There was
Now,
a firefight.
when everybody's getting shot at each other, nobody gives a shit about who's gay and who's not, right? But then what happens after the firefight's done? How is like the post, like back at camp celebration thing happening? Because like, well, at least like maybe I'm thinking of Hollywood military. Maybe I'm thinking of like Hollywood military where it's like, oh, mission's over, and it's like,
Do you remember?
you know, bros are slapping fives in the tent and shit.
Do you remember? No, first off, they're all going to the showers and helicopter dicking together. No, I'm kidding.
Wait, like making the noise, right? Like the.
No, but you remember the movie Starship Troopers?
Yeah.
After the big battle, they're all hanging out and basically turns into an orgy kind of.
That's what I'm fucking talking about, dude. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, maybe I'm thinking Hollywood fucking
all
after the mission's over.
testosterone in the air and whatnot,
Or maybe I'm thinking more like that show that you were trying to get me to watch about Vegas with the special ops.
That was a great show.
No, but what I'm saying is like now let's just think, what's going down? You know what I mean? Half the squad's gay, half the squad's not. Are you like?
I don't
Are
know.
you partying the same? Is it like the same post battle fucking
you might
R&R?
Probably. I don't know if all the gays might hang out together and all the others might, congregate together.
No, I'm saying, is it the same party? Is it the same party? Because like I would just imagine. Was never in the military. I would just always imagine like if it was like a bunch of bros, it would turn into a frat party.
Yeah, no, but you're forgetting like important details of like you still need people to keep watch.
No, but what I'm saying is like after the battle, like is it like like back at the tent or some shit?
I realized I said the gays. I realized I said the gays twice, and then randomly a second ago while you were talking about it, I just went up to the mic and went the gays. So in the background, you hear me saying that.
Yeah.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
No. He was so boomer. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
No, I say because it's from Seinfeld. Not that they would get that because that also makes me boomer. Just saying that it's from Seinfeld.
I guess Gen Zers are rewatching Seinfeld, and they like Friends over Seinfeld. Did you know that, right? I think we had that discussion.
That's insane. I'm not a fan of the show Friends. I was never.
Friends had some moments.
Okay.
But
it had some moments.
Does not beat Seinfeld.
Seinfeld had moments. It had seasons. It had never forget.
Culture defining moments.
Yes.
There are things. There's people celebrate Festivus now. Friends suck. Thank you very much. Well, I don't think Friends suck, but compared to Seinfeld, Friends sucks.
The only
I would say that
if you say Friends, like, the only episode that comes to mind, if you had to ask a moment of Friends that I remember, is when he's locked in the ATM because there's a power outage, but he's locked with a girl and he's trying to look cool, and he accidentally spits out his gum to look cool. So he quickly picks up the gum and puts it in his mouth, and he realizes it's not his gum. It's not his gum. It's someone else's gum.
That was gross and funny.
But that's the only episode I can think of off the top of my head.
No, there were several episodes. There's several episodes with the naked dude across the alleyway,
looking out the window. No, wasn't that How I Met Your Mother?
No, that was
I think
Friends.
How I Met Your Mother did that too, so they might have copied that.
They might have stole it. But Seinfeld had, like you said, they had a lot of things.
I mean, the Soup Nazi.
The Soup Nazi is probably one of
the sombrero one. The something sombrero.
Sombrero.
Yeah, the girl Elaine, she's working for the guy, and they invent whatever kind of sombrero, and they force her to wear it or some nonsense, and she hates it, but the boss is making her wear it. It's like
Peterman makes her wear it. Yes. Well, just George Steinbrenner, like being fucking George Costanza's boss.
That's hilarious.
And that's Larry David's voice. Newman. That's Larry David's voice as he's George Steinbrenner, and Curb Your Enthusiasm. Going into that, there is definitely, and they're doing their last season. Curb Your Enthusiasm, I think, is coming out with their last season this year, sometime I think early this year, and that's the last one. They're not doing any more. But they fucking said that like 7 years ago when they did like season 10. So, don't double dip. Don't double dip. You can't double dip. Can't double dip that chip.
You gotta flip the chip.
You flip the chip, or you break the chip into two pieces.
Yep.
It is either one or the other. Now, what I would do, being the fat fuck that I was and am, I would just dip one side of the chip and then dip the other side of the chip and then eat the whole thing covered in fucking dip.
Also, I just want to point out that in that kind of situation, there's also multiple types of food. And out of those multiple types of food, there's usually a plate. You can take the dip and put it in your plate. And then
yes, but wait a minute, Mike.
But then it spreads out, and you don't have a solid thing. But they get a bowl.
You're shoveling it. You're shoveling it. You're not like you want it. You're dipping. It's a dip. You're dipping inside something.
If you have a curved chip, like
you're not
scooping.
I'm not scooping. I'm not here to scoop off a plate. I came to the party to dip.
You don't double dip a family either. That's gross.
Nah, you don't. You could double dip on your significant other, your girlfriend, boyfriend, fucking husband, wife, your fucking, the trans escort that you just hired for the night. You could double dip with them.
No, you don't double dip at the trans escort you hired for the night.
You're probably fucking them without a condom. Might as well double dip.
That? Jesus. Talk about risky shit, and you're already double dipping in the. Never mind. Hey.
But I'm just saying, you could double dip with familiar people. Let's just put it that way.
So apparently it was very cold in Buffalo.
Woo! This is right before the game.
We're going all the way this time.
We watched it. We watched this last episode. I watched this in a loop 20 times when you went to go take care of the baby.
Oh wow! Fails.
Yeah. I made fat jokes about that guy. I'm like, thinking of oh, I could tell this fat joke. I was like, I told that fat joke last episode. Oh shit!
Did you send me this?
Give me your phone, bro.
Yeah.
Give me your phone.
Back up, man.
Why are you recording me, bro?
This is old, I
Back
think.
Oh, you said what? I'm from EC1, I know, nigga. Give me your phone, nigga. I'm from EC1, I know, nigga. Give me your phone, nigga.
You got pepper sprayed? You got pepper sprayed? Oh, that's epic. That's so epic. Wow.
Look at
The sad part is I feel bad for him because I've been in that situation. Not pepper sprayed. I dropped the can of latex paint by accident, and it went into my face. So I got latex paint in both my eyes, and I had to find, and I was in a closet, which is about 75 feet away from the sink, which is pretty fucking far.
So you were just stumbling all around?
I had to find my way out of the closet and across the stage, watch out for a vanity countertop, walk around that, find the sink, and wash my eyes out for like 3 hours. Oh my God, that was the worst pain of my life.
I've gotten joint compound in my eyes mad times.
Oh, that's hard.
I used to get compound dust in my eyes every day.
Well, yeah, that's a given.
The first time sucked, but then you get used to it after.
I was
a
doing
while.
demo today, ripping off sheetrock from walls, and I'm like, this is great. I'm covered in everything.
Yeah, I used to go home with that all the time.
Yeah, it's not fun, but what is this? Did you send me? What's his name?
Jesse Ventura.
This
is for this conspiracy time. It's 2009. Flashback.
Short time, not today, not tomorrow, but very soon, we'll be facing compulsory vaccination under the mistaken term of voluntary vaccination. But the U.S. government has a trick up their sleeve.
Which is?
They will induce a pandemic. You're going to get the flu. Everybody around us is going to get the flu.
If people start dying massively from these inoculations, won't there be like a revolution, a rebellion, a rising up from the peasants?
Short time.
Holy shit.
Well, listen, you know that back in 2009, Jesse Ventura was hot off being the governor of Michigan or Wisconsin. Where was it?
Wait. Hold on. Holy shit.
Well, so people were taking this is from a conspiracy theory television show that I used to do, I think on either True TV or one of those other cable networks. Yeah, it's a little fucking crazy. It's a little crazy. But we don't know if people have been dying in mass from these vaccinations. Nobody's really died in mass from the vaccinations. There were a few people who did pass away from it, but everything else besides the dying in mass from the vaccinations and there's no forced inoculations, because to be quite honest with you, I haven't gotten a shot since the first one I needed to get on a plane in 2010.
But see, hold
2021.
on. Because you are okay. The United States is much like a country united, but it's all these little countries united under one country.
Yes.
You had a governor that was like, I'm not making this force people to do this. See, now where I worked, you had to be vaccinated or they were going to fire you. And people I know, coworkers got fucking fired.
Yeah, my employer didn't give a fuck.
Yeah, no. I'm in an industry where most people are stupid liberals and they'll do whatever Big Brother tells them.
Yeah.
So when it's like, where the CDC suggests vaccinating your employees, so if you want to work here, you have to be vaccinated. So yeah, fuck you guys. I don't play that again. I heard it and it's terrifying. What's this?
I'm not gonna play it because it's terrifying.
Yeah, I'm not playing that again because it's terrifying. Dude, there's so many things that I said it on the last episode that what's his face on Joe Rogan was like, if there's going to be an AI takeover, we're not going to know about it because they're going to be too good.
Jim Norton. Yeah.
It could already have happened and we wouldn't fucking know.
No, it did. And we do know, but we don't know. Do you see, we do know, but we don't know? We did this in 2000. You know what I mean? And then we're like, we do know, but we don't know. And now it's it's happening. And it's like, but we don't know what's happening. Oh, let me use this AI thing here on my phone. And it's like, we are all allowing this to happen. Me, by doing this podcast, am allowing this to happen. So, it is what it is.
And then another scary thing is, I forgot what year it happened, but they're saying that when the scientists turned on the particle accelerator at CERN, I think it's called, that they might have created an alternate reality. And
they think that there might have been the possibility
and
that
they don't know.
A singularity was created for a moment and just somehow in some string theory sort of fucking really weird complex way, all the strings just got sucked in and sucked out, and now we're all in some other type of mix.
I was just gonna say they don't know. See, they think when they turn that particle accelerator on that they might have created an alternate reality or dimension or however you want to call it. But what they don't know is whether we're in it or when it's somewhere else.
So do you mean that because of this, could be an increased chance that I could just be Spider-Man one day? I'll be Spider-Man in this universe. That could happen. It wasn't going to happen before they sparked that accelerator. I was a teenager already, and I could have been Spider-Man, but I wasn't in that universe. But when they flipped the switch on in CERN a few years back,
you have to go find every spider you can find and let it bite you.
That's fucking reckless. That is fucking reckless. So that sounds like spider challenge. All right, internet. Now hear me out, internet. Spider challenge.
The new.
Who becomes Spider-Man first? And the spider challenge is you just allow spiders to bite you until one just turns you into Spider-Man. And that's it. Let's see what happens.
That will be a clip. The Spider-Man challenge.
The Spider-Man challenge.
You find a bunch of random spiders and let them all bite you in the hopes of becoming Spider-Man.
Yeah, but you get a lot of wildlife people who already live that life. Like they're already out there, like trying to catch spiders and stuff, and they probably get bit all the time. And none of them have turned to Spider-Man yet. Oh, yo!
I'm confused. Did someone steal it?
This guy went ballistic with a bobcat.
Did he steal it or something, or is he? Just...
I'm assuming this video I sent you. This video, and I believe another one from another angle, or there's one video from one angle and one video that has both of them. And it appears somebody hijacked this bobcat and just started joyriding it around. And then went after this cop car and just completely tried to take this cop car out. So
wow. Oh, another angle. Is this another angle of it?
Yeah.
Guy's going crazy with the skid loader.
Damn, bro. This guy doesn't know how to use it. He's just like, but he's obviously trying to go after the cop car.
Holy shit.
Bro. A cop draws his gun.
They probably shot him.
I don't know what happened with this. I have no idea even where this was taken. All I did was see somebody go after a cop car in a bobcat. Well, the cop drew his gun. I don't think the guy was shot because you would have definitely heard that. That would have been on the news. They probably definitely took this person in. That's what I'm guessing because that shit would have made national. I found this in the depths of the internet, as I find everything else, like deep in the internet.
It's trending, bro. No, I'm kidding. What's this? Guy says dealer is fired. This is how he. What?
Fuck that motherfucker. He talking about me.
Getting fired. Who getting fired?
Yo!
All bets is closed. Yeah, right.
This your last day, buddy.
Dealer show 107. That's why I got 2 jobs. If it even was. You up 4 a.m. playing blackjack. Fucking loser.
Why are you trying to bug with me?
I feel a little attacked.
Your ass gone.
I'm so confused.
It's online blackjack. And this guy's a live dealer. You could play with a live dealer, but your funds are obviously all digital, right? Like you load up your account, fucking bet, real money, but and they deal, and they're not AI. This is a real fucking dude, a real dealer, and a lot of them, I guess, they work in other casinos and stuff like that, and we'll do this Zoom. It's like Zoom fucking blackjack, and this dude just starts in the chat. You can't talk to them. But you could chat with them, and you could write shit in the chat, and this guy threatened to fucking get him fired. So this is the blackjack dealer's reaction, like to this dude being like, I'm going to get you fired. And he's like, oh, yeah? You got to play the rest of it. It gets pretty...
Yeah. Fuck that motherfucker.
He talking about me.
Getting fired. Who getting fired?
Yo!
All bets is closed. Yeah, right.
This your last day, buddy.
Dealer show 107. That's why I got 2 jobs. If it even was. You up 4 a.m. playing blackjack. Fucking loser.
Why are you trying to bug with me? Hold on.
Facts.
Sending that to your manager. Your ass gone.
But anyway, I felt a little attacked because I've been that loser playing blackjack at 4 o'clock in the morning in a fucking casino.
That's usually when I win.
I was the last time. I didn't want to go. I was at the Excalibur in Las Vegas. Now, if you know the Excalibur, it is definitely all of a sad version of the Disney Princess Castle with slot machines and table games, right?
Wow.
And it definitely doesn't smell as good. And it is, it is a very depressing place to be at 3:00 in the morning in the winter in Las Vegas. So I was at a blackjack table just fucking killing it. I fucking slayed that night. And, I had to pull myself out of there. Because really, it would have been like, I know I was next door to my hotel, but I knew that if it would have been worse had I been there 20 minutes longer past that 4:30 mark.
I've been up. Me and Joke have been up like $5,000 each. I'm saying maybe a little less. And the guy at the table, the dealer, or the pit boss, whatever his name, the pit boss, technically, walks over, and he's like, "All right, what do I gotta get you guys to get you guys to stop playing?" What? Joke's like a suite. So he goes, looks at his computer, does some things, comes back, goes, "We don't have any suites available. They're all booked up, but we have a super suite, literally a duplex, 2 floors. It can't be free though, but it's only $200." We're like, no.
That $200, dude,
Like,
for a fucking 10G a night fucking room.
We said no.
Do you know what the $200 is just to cover, right?
Cleaning.
Yeah.
You know what we took instead? 2 free buffets, breakfast buffets. Like, and me and Joke.
If you already had a place to stay, right? Like, let's say you already had a place to stay,
we slept in his car and then went home.
Yeah, but you didn't eat the breakfast buffet?
No, we went. Okay, I'm just saying we left the table. We went to the breakfast buffet, used our little vouchers, sat down, stuffed our faces, went back to his car, slept for an hour and a half, and then drove home from AC.
That hour and a half fucking hurts.
We left on like a Sunday night. Got there at like 9:30. Gambled until like 4 or 5 a.m. Ate breakfast, went home.
God damn.
Well, we napped, but
that's too quick of a trip. I've never. Oh no, that's a lie. I've only one-nighted Atlantic City one time, and it was definitely a miserable day the next day because back then I worked not a set schedule every week, but the day that I came back, I had work at 3:00 in the afternoon at a deli. Like I had left work a day and a half before and then went to AC the next day, did the same thing, but did all-nighter, right? Came back, thought that I could just go to work because all I had to do was do a 5-hour shift or it was a 6-hour shift.
Probably
it was
horrible.
It was from 3 to 9. It was dead time, but even the dozen customers I had to deal with, you know what I mean? And some of the restocking I had to do, I was young back then, but I did not gamble the whole night. That was the thing. I was like drunk and other things.
Disorderly?
Like the whole night. Yeah, disorderly. Let's keep it PG, right?
What's this?
Russians.
No. Why? I mean, why not?
Why not?
Подождите, от камеры подальше. Стойте. Стойте.
Oh, what's...
I don't know what the fuck went through.
They reinforced it with iron beams.
With an iron beam. I don't know what that does, though. But the thing is, I think they can't really take off that quickly being weighed down. That iron beam's got to weigh that little-ass car down by at least 600 pounds. Maybe like 200. Boom. Ooh. Oh, I think they're jousting. They're jousting, dude. Those things were like battering rams. You see, they went at each other with it. That was sick.
Is it?
I'd like to see a league of that. If they had like some
jousting cars,
mini air car jousting.
Remember? Oh, well, you don't remember because I don't think you ever did it. Kayak jousting.
Kayak jousting, I've seen. Yes,
I've done.
I've never done it.
I've done it with It's a long time ago. It might have been like fucking Meatloaf, but I don't think it was because his ass was too fat for a fucking kayak.
It's like the pugil sticks in fucking American Gladiators, except with the paddles. But you flip the next person over. Like you could easily flip somebody over in a kayak with a paddle.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, hell yeah.
What is she talking about?
Would think her
Oh no, this is gonna
would say,
it's gonna get serious.
Madam, you've said that too many times. Nobody knows what the F you're talking about, but she keeps saying it over and over in SOT 16. Listen for yourself.
Today, we celebrate
the
legacy of Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., a visionary who saw what could be unburdened by what had been.
Can imagine what can be and be unburdened by what has been. You know?
What can be unburdened by what has been. What can be unburdened by what has been. What can be unburdened by what has been.
She has.
I kind of feel bad for her because she's the vice president, but have you noticed she isn't like
she's trying to push the tagline is what she's trying to do. She's trying to make a just do it. She's trying to have her logo. Like this is supposed to be.
She is not paying her speechwriter enough money, and they're signaling that in the writing.
So she's so oblivious to her speechwriter's distaste for her compensation that she doesn't realize that she's being bombed
consistently
within she doesn't even realize she's saying the same thing over and over again.
She's not.
What does that even mean? That's sort of convoluted, right? Is it, or am I just not hearing the English properly? Is that what's happening?
What she's saying, you mean?
Yeah, within what is unburdened by what was.
I don't understand.
No profundities to offer, and it's very clear to all of us. And she could very well be our next president if Joe Biden gets reelected. She says it all the time. You would think her speechwriters would say, Madam, you've said that too many times. Nobody knows what the F you're talking about. But she keeps saying it over and over in SOT 16. Listen for yourself.
Okay, so I believe here's what happened. I'm not going to blame her speechwriters anymore. The speechwriters wrote in a speech once, and she was like, "Oh, that sounds cool. I'm going to use that."
And she kept using it, right?
Not realizing that you're a public figure, and there's going to be video of you, and then they're going to collage everything together.
But what does it mean? What does it mean?
Hold on, I want to hear it again.
Yeah.
Today, we celebrate the legacy of Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., a visionary who saw what could be unburdened by what had been.
Can imagine what can be and be unburdened by what has been. You know?
No, we don't know.
I understand what she's trying to say. She's really trying to push it. I get it. She's trying to link her tagline to everything. I can't tell you what I do for a living. Mike, what do you do for a living? I do this for a living. I don't do this for a living. As you can tell by our numbers.
7 today. I currently work in home remodeling. I'm doing a demolition job where I'm taking out walls. We're taking a 2-bedroom, making it a 1 giant bedroom for somebody's daughter. So I guess they never move out. It's going to be a giant room that's bigger than my living room. These fucking rich people. And it's going to have...
They're usually rich people.
Radiant heating. So that means they're pouring cement down and putting coils. So it heats up through under the floor onto the tile. And... I don't think they know, but they have a rat issue or mouse issue because there's mouse droppings, or definitely a mouse issue in all of the insulation above the ceiling when I took it down, and probably mold.
A lot of you're working in Long Island.
Yes,
half the houses have mold.
Yeah,
but I, for legal reasons, should not tell you what I do for a living.
Secret
And I'll leave it at that.
agent, man.
It's not secret agent. I actually left a little fucking couple of breadcrumbs in there.
Sure, you've heard the news of NASA discovering city lights on a planet 7 trillion miles away.
Wait, what?
So you're telling me they have oil?
Sure, you've heard the news.
Wow. Wow.
News of NASA discovering city lights on a planet 7 trillion miles away.
So you're telling me they have oil?
Is that true? Is that true that we basically discovered?
All right, there is a bunch of videos. It's debunked immediately because it's the original article was that it was said that we have the capability to possibly see if there is city lights on another planet. That's how well we could see exoplanets now. We could see exoplanets so well that we have instruments to detect if there is artificial light coming off that planet, right? Nobody's seen it. We have seen planets that up close. We have seen planets that have, and our instruments have detected that there is like biological exhaust, if you understand what I mean. By like, there are the elements left behind that would be the byproduct of biological beings wafting it into their atmosphere. Do you understand what I mean?
Yes.
So it could be bacteria farts, right? But we have seen a planet that may show that. We have not seen a planet with fucking city lights. We are currently the only planet we could see that has city lights for now. But
Heil Hitler. Warum nicht? Ich verschlag mir da, weil mir geben, als ich blind sind, ist Klacknis, in beiden Sinn ist Wutschen, warum nicht? Ich so Spidey.
Why is the cat also hailing Hitler in the side? Oh, you can't see. Hold on. There's a cat.
oh my god.
Das ist Klacknis da. Heil Hitler. Hitler.
What the
Why?
fuck?
I
Why?
don't get it.
What
I
the
don't
fuck?
get it.
Dude, hold on a second. Now, this is the thing. Like, I noticed, right, being a little bit of a geek who happens to be into World War II somewhat, that he doesn't have like a Nazi uniform on. He's like in some sort of like other military uniform, but he obviously like just practiced this German phrase. Is that German? Is it even German, or is he like mumbling in like
Okay. He could
a
be
German
speaking-
accent?
He could be speaking Chinese, and I wouldn't know if it was Chinese, Japanese, or Korean. So I don't know what he's speaking.
Well, he could be mumbling in a German accent because it sounds
Heil
like
Hitler. Warum nicht? Ich verschlag mir da, weil mir geben, als ich blind sind, ist Klacknis.
It's definitely German. Definitely German. Listen
Yeah.
to me. I know what I'm talking about. 100% German.
In beiden Sinn ist Wutschen, warum nicht? Ich so Spidey, das ist Klacknis da. Heil.
I heard it's a Spidey in
It's
super
a
styling. It's super.
yeah. What the fuck?
I like
Why does this guy like Hitler so much?
because he's
What's
a fucking idiot. What is this? Why do you keep playing, you son of a bitch?
Oh yeah, dude! I didn't even know North Korea had subways, and then when I seen this is spy footage from
No
the
way. They have a subway? No way.
They have a
Is this real?
but the subway is like from the 50s. Because watch how the door slams. The door closes like
This is actual footage in North Korea. He's on the train. I don't know how he did this, but watch.
the fuck.
I remember those doors.
On
Except
the-
ours
on-
didn't slam like that.
Not that aggressively, dude. That's like get your fucking. That's like you die if you don't get a. You know how like you could barely make it onto the train, and then your arm's stuck in the door, and then the door will open, and you can pull your arm. That door don't open back up. Your arm is left at 42nd Street. That's it. You're home, but your arm is still at 42nd Street.
Is that really North Korea though?
I think it is.
Hmm.
Look how everybody's dressed like they're from the 1950s. What the fuck? I tell you what, Mike. Though I tell you what. I like to see that girl try to suck a dick.
Whoa. There's fucking 30-year-olds watching us now for some reason. But I was see. Cover your ears. You're too young. I'll wait 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Imagine a hand job.
That's crazy. That's wild, dude. You're definitely getting like stabbed in your abdomen.
But like, why? I don't.
I mean, dude, if you could do it to your hands, why not do it to your fucking toes?
Because that would suck.
I couldn't walk like that. I wouldn't be able to walk like that.
You ready to see magic?
What happened to Grandpa here? Actually, he's probably my age. Oh, everything he's doing is upside down. Ha 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 ha. Why?
I don't know, but see how red his head is getting from being upside down?
He wants his fetish is living upside down, I think. I think that's his fetish. So he hangs himself upside down in a harness until his head.
Believe me if I said these 2 jars hold the same amount of water? If you said no, you would be correct. Do you believe?
Just to keep pouring and pouring and pouring. We got the point. It doesn't, but you had to keep pouring the whole thing out.
No.
To prove it.
It's because he's got your fucking like the algorithm attention, and the funny part about this is that they know that you're expecting some like, oh wow, I'm about to be my mind blown, but it's like, nah, motherfucker, this is going everywhere.
You've been trolled. Didn't bring it up yet, did I?
No.
News. I'm your host, Kellerman, and here's the shit going on in the world today. The Iowa caucus took place over the weekend, marking the real beginning of the 2024 United States presidential race. And Donald Trump fucking smashed his competitors with 51% of the votes. The next closest candidate was Ron DeSantis with 21% of the votes. Then Nikki Haley with 19% of the votes. Then Vivek Ramaswamy, who immediately announced he was dropping out of the race and endorsed Trump after gaining only 7% of the votes.
Like right after.
Follow me if you give a shit.
Whether it's Republican or Democrat or liberal or conservative, it would be so nice if we could come together and straighten out the world and straighten out the problems and straighten out all of the death and destruction that we're witnessing. That's practically never been like this. It's just so important. And I want to make that a very big part of our message. We're going to come together. It's going to happen soon, too. It's going to happen soon.
Is Trump a hippie now? Is that hippie Trump?
I don't know, man. That was like, I'm like listening to that right there, and I'm like, that all sounds good. Wait, this is Trump saying this? Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, I think he may have said, obviously he says stuff like that before, but
yes,
like no ears aren't open when that shit happens with anybody. And I'm pretty sure Biden's probably said something like intelligible, like within the last couple of months, but
I'll give an
cameras weren't on because it wasn't relevant to like what's going on. Probably.
I'll give an exact quote of the last thing Biden said. And I think Trump's going to win the primary, and he's going to win the presidency again, and everyone's going to fucking fall apart.
You think everything's going to fall apart?
Everything.
Fall apart?
Everything. Yep.
I think maybe if everything falls apart, that some things fall into place. I don't know if that makes sense. I mean, I don't know how. I mean, maybe in other places. Like, let's just say, like, you get a lot of people who are like, fuck New York or fuck Florida or fuck California or like fuck Texas or whatever, right? Like, everybody's got their own thing. But let's just say, like, everybody's all, and then it actually, maybe there's like a positive that comes out of it. You know what I mean? And what I mean by that, I mean, like, as if it doesn't go down that catastrophic route. You know what I mean? Like, there might be somewhat of tension, which there is already, but let's just say that breaks after that happens.
This is
Who's to
exactly
say?
what's going to happen when and if Trump becomes president again. How does he not realize it? How does he not realize it? The guy, he walked
He's an
over.
asshole for standing there. Yeah, he's an asshole for standing there.
Like, the guy's swinging. The guy was there first. The guy's already up. He swings past you once. He swings past you twice. How do you not see him?
Do you know what would have been? It would have been more fun if they just if the person was swinging the other way and had their feet just sort of like pressed out and just punted them. Like, is that guy sort of, he took air. He took air for a little bit. But I feel like he could have flown further. I'd like to see another fucking spin on that motherfucker and try to take him out with the feet instead of just back hitting him.
Oh my God! Are you okay? Are you okay?
He got fucked up. He got fucked up. He hit his stomach hard in that fucking ass.
Oh my God! Are you okay?
But they're all standing right there. They didn't notice it.
Damn, that bike's gone.
It went in the hole.
Do you think they get that bike?
No, they're not getting that bike.
Are you okay? Are you okay?
I'm trying to see where he hit.
His stomach.
Are you okay? Are you okay?
And his chest.
Damn.
Ribs have eggs in the chest.
Are you okay? Are you okay?
He belly flopped against the ice, right?
Yeah.
Oh my God!
It doesn't look that. I guess it was a fucked up hard hit. I guess.
And in the final news segment of the evening, if it stops loading, please stop loading. Thank you. Wow, something's running slow. There's got to be something going on. What's going on, computer? What's going on? Dun, 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 dun. Hey, something is slowing down my shit.
Do you think it's the page 6 articles pulling your bandwidth? That shit is stretching your band wide, motherfucker.
It is. It's a scam. It's all the ads and shit. So it's not even worth mentioning anymore because page 6 kind of fucked it up for us.
No,
Thanks,
fuck page 6. Go to another site, dude. Fuck page 6. Go to TMZ. Or TMZ don't give TMZ don't give him any fucking. And when I mean him, I mean you know who we're about to talk about because we haven't spoken about him in a while, I guess, right? When was the last time we spoke about the infamous? I'll wait for something to get pulled up. I'm going to hold the tension for a little bit. How about I'm going to let it just sizzle.
I have to reboot that shit. New window. Come on.
Let's wait. Do, 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 do. But anyway, something happened in the news today. And I'll tell you what it is.
Next year.
Well, this is the first time in 2024 that we're talking about Kanye West.
But I'm saying it's not true. It says no. Kanye didn't get his teeth removed to install $850,000.
I told you he has a titanium grill. All it is a fucking grill with vampire teeth.
Wait, what's his new name? Because it's the artist formerly known as Kanye West. What's his new name? It's just Ye now?
No, it's not. That's not his real name. No, but he's not formerly known as. Kanye West is his birth name. That's on his birth certificate.
What's his new name?
But I'm going to ask you this. You don't think that this was bound to happen? Like Kanye West was on the road to like eventually one day change his name. Either if it was to hide his identity or if it was as an artist. So
that's right. He did change his name to Ye.
Oh, that's a long time ago.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but I didn't know that it stuck.
No, he's still Kanye West. But he's also called Ye. It's like fucking Eminem, Slim Shady, Marshall Mathers. It's like whatever. Okay, you know. I thought he was going to change his name. You know. But that's next. For sure, that's next. For sure, that's coming up. Like. Probably within the next year. Prediction for 2024. Since we're still in January, right? My prediction for the next 11 months. 11 months, because we are the end of January. Kanye West changes his name. His artist name. I predict he comes out with new music under Kanye West. And then changes his fucking artist name right afterwards. And then gets a new girl. That's uranium. Like one that's like, yo, do you see this shit? I don't know if this is coming up on your algorithm, but there's like a crazy amount of people who collect. Like one that's like, yo, do you see this shit? I don't know if this is coming up on your algorithm, but there's like, are we doing this?
Oh, you hear that? I didn't.
Yes.
Oh, right.
Yeah, it's on the screen.
Not supposed to. Sorry about that. I was listening to you and then you stopped.
What I'm going to say is what is next for Kanye West is what he's going to get in his new grill is going to be uranium. And I don't know if it's what's been coming up on your algorithm like me, but a lot of people who antique and specifically look for pieces of like chinaware, dinnerware, and household items.
Radioactive shit?
That were radioactive, that had radium or small amounts. Yeah, that had small amounts of radioactive material, radioactive paint, or what have you. And a lot of the shit like glows in the dark. And I'm saying like, I know that you could just give that to people back in like 1950. Right now it's an antique. But could you legally sell radioactive material like that?
I think you could buy it right now. Hold on.
That's radioactive?
Claims it is.
I mean, all right, listen. Do you want to know something?
It was made in 1970.
That's a lie, and I'll tell you as far as like what you mean. Everything is radioactive. Like you emit radiation. You know what I mean? To a certain degree. Though it be like really fucking faint. But is this thing, I mean, radioactive to like, for example, to the point where it glows?
Look at this. Vintage marbles, uranium glass.
And uranium glass glows. I think in the dark. For $15?
$35.99.
To have radioactive material in your house. That's it.
That's a little crazy. $9.99.
Now, I have a question. What do you think? Like, how many? All right. How many of those fucking marbles do you think you need to break down to actually make like a nuclear rod that like
Probably
you could
all.
use for power or for whatever?
Probably
A lot.
all of the ones that are on eBay.
Like
And that still probably won't be enough.
So then, yeah, because wouldn't a terrorist have done that already?
I think the ban on it is because it's getting people sick slowly. You know?
So why is there a market for it?
I don't
That's
know.
what.
It's a collector's item.
So do you
Radioactive rainbow? What?
do you have to buy like a radioactive proof case for it?
I don't think so.
Like, can you keep that? Like, you can't just keep it in the fucking garage. You know what I mean? Like, there would have to be some sort of lead-lined capsule or something that you could like, oh, you want to see some radioactive material? And you open up the capsule as like a party trick. Like, hey, guys, look. Oh, cancer. And everybody freaks out because they think you have like kryptonite. But it won't kill them if they're by it for 2 seconds. But if you carry these marbles in your pocket, you could get testicular cancer eventually, right?
Probably. It sounds about right. Or a cell phone in your pocket, like everyone does every day.
I try to, as often as I can, take my cell phone out of my pocket when I get to a place and put it on a surface. I never forget my cell phone. My cell phone's always with me. I never ever lose it. I've never lost a cell phone. I've never lost a cell phone. Not once since I've had one. In 20 fucking years, 20-something years. I've never lost a beeper, never lost a cell phone. So you go back to the 90s, I've had telephone devices that I've never lost one. Not one. I've broken some, but I've never lost one. So I take it out of my pocket, put it on a surface, and I try to do my or if you're lucky enough to be able to carry a purse, but unfortunately, us purseless people, we put it in our pocket, which is close to our genitalia.
I'm gonna try something. Do you hear it?
No,
you don't hear that.
I don't hear anything.
That's whack. So I can't try something. God damn it! You don't hear that.
I don't hear anything.
That's whack. I can't try something. God damn it.
We're trying this now. Down the rabbit hole, yo. I don't hear anything.
That's whack. I can't try something. God
Well, I think we're taking a break this Sunday, but
Down
we'll
the
be
rabbit
back
hole,
on
yo.
Wednesday,
That's
9:30.
I can't try something. God
Wednesdays and Sundays at 9:30. I think we're taking a break this Sunday, but
Down
we'll
the
be back
rabbit
on
hole,
Wednesday,
Wednesdays,
dipshits, 9:30.
Thank you for watching.
Wednesdays and Sundays at 9:30.